control panel is broadcasting a message. Translation reads, "Warning, infected individuals may not disable the weapon. This planet is under quarantine." Playing partially translated broadcast.
9 new biological subjects designated. Mode: hunting, analyzing, sharing subject locations with other agents.
So yeah, welcome back to another Subnautica video, and things are starting to get a little bit creepier in Subnautica now that I know about the aliens and stuff. And I also feel a little bit more lonely because Sunbeam is gone, and when you think about it, it's kind of sad that Sunbeam blew up. And speaking of aliens, when I was leaving the mountain island, I found this organism called a warper, and it is really, really creepy. I think it has to do with the aliens who built the base in the last episode. But judging by their name, I think they have the ability to teleport themselves, and they have the ability to teleport the player to places they don't want to go to. Away from aliens, I got another radio transmission from another survivor who I know has now died.
Yoki Kasa. I said Kasa. Why do I have to record this anyway?
Send immediate burial detail.
Signal location uploaded to PDA.
I decided to head over to where the radio transmission was broadcasted, LifePod 13, and it was over a kilometer away, so it was pretty far, but it was only 175 meters deep. And when I got there, I found a new biome, and that biome was actually pretty useful for me. And that biome was the mushroom biome.
The biomass in this area is dominated by plant life, picking up faint Altera vehicle signatures. Integrating new PDA data.
I did not find much in the life pod itself, but I found a whole lot of blueprints and fragments within the mushroom biome, because the PDA in the biome description said that the mushroom biome had faint traces of Altera vehicles. I especially found a lot of Cyclops fragments, and if you don't know what the Cyclops is, it is pretty much a very large submarine in Subnautica that's used for endgame kind of stuff. I also found a time capsule within the mushroom biome, and I looked it up, and time capsules are pretty rare. I found out that they're left by other players. They're pieces of advice left by other players once they finish the game to teach, to tell you something about Subnautica, and they're just seeded into the world, and it's actually like a pretty cool feature that Subnautica has added to the game. This particular time capsule says, "Good luck with your adventure, hope these help." And it shows a really cool looking habitat, and the habitat also has a prawn suit and a Cyclops. So eventually I want to be like this, but the thing is, I don't really see how this is supposed to help me. But also, I want to, once I get to the end of this series, I want to release a time capsule so that I can get an achievement from it, and it would just be really cool if my time capsule got like accepted and seeded into a world. That would just be kinda cool. I also found a purple pinecone within the mushroom biome, and I looked it up, and these things are actually incredibly rare, because there's only like 2 of them on the map. But yet again, both of them can be found within the mushroom forest, so I guess they're not too rare. I decided to finally leave the mushroom forest when I saw this strange energy surge thing, and it was like nighttime, and I was almost 200 meters deep, and it was just kinda freaky. With the salt that I got from the purple pinecone, I decided to make myself my first bleach, and bleach is basically used to purify water in Subnautica. However, I feel like if I put bleach in water, it would purify the water, but it would also poison the water, so maybe that wouldn't be the best. While I crafted myself some poisonous water, something pretty creepy happened. What's going on? Oh, okay. What is going on?
What are you?
What was that? So this thing actually kind of gave me a pretty good jump scare, and I have a feeling it has to do with the aliens that I encountered last episode. I also found this little mesmer thingy within some caves underwater, and this thing kind of produced the same hypnotic effect as that thing that I just saw. I mean, just look at this comparison.
What are you?
I mean, they kind of had the same effect, but the mesmer was just a lot less creepy because I kind of saw it coming. Okay, now that I look at this, I think the mesmer might actually be creepier because the PDA talks in like a mesmerizing voice while the mesmer is doing its hypnotizing thing. Away from that somewhat kind of creepy stuff, I found a whole lot of wrecks. A lot of these wrecks had incredibly useful blueprints that are really going to help me for my episodes to come. While exploring these wrecks, I realized that I kind of really need a flashlight. My only light source right now is my sea glide. In one wreck, I found 2 battery charger fragments, and a battery charger is going to be really useful. I also realized that I can toggle the lights on my sea glide on and off. It's kind of sad that I didn't realize this before. I found the last modification station fragment in a wreck, and the modification station is going to be really helpful as well. I found a few propulsion cannon fragments, and I think the propulsion cannon is going to be useful for going and exploring the Aurora. While exploring some of the wrecks, I found a lot of sealed doors, and sealed doors can only be opened if you have a laser cutter, so I decided to finally get myself a laser cutter. With the diamonds that I got from the mountain island last episode, I was able to fabricate myself a laser cutter. The laser cutter made it a lot easier to explore wrecks. finally got to this data box, which I was trying to get to 2 episodes ago. I also found a whole lot of plant pots in this wreck. After I explored the wreckage, I got this pretty interesting radio transmission from Altera.
So Aurora, you're just gonna have to meet us halfway. We've uploaded blueprints to the ship's computer. Yeah, give me a second. Black box data shows the high security terminal in the captain's quarters is still functional.
Becky's leaving like in 5 minutes.
All right, tell Becky I'll just take the regular.
The regular.
Yeah, she'll know what I mean. The code should
And
be.
if she doesn't,
Just tell her the regular, dude.
okay.
The
If I
code.
say regular, and she's like, "What's the regular?" I have to come all the way back up here.
The code should be 2679. The regular's just a ham and cheese.
Okay, would you just say ham and cheese?
Ham and cheese.
Okay.
I think that radio transmission will help me with a code in the Aurora. After I got the radio transmission, I found this cool looking wreckage in the mushroom biome. The wreckage was on top of a mushroom, and that was just a pretty cool, it was just pretty cool looking. I found 2 bioreactor fragments right next to each other. I don't really know what a bioreactor does, but I think it's something that I can build inside of my habitat. After I found the mushroom wreck, I found a kind of creepy biome called the Sparse Reef. In this biome, I found a wreckage, and that wreckage contained a data box with the blueprints for a vehicle upgrade console. The clip showing me getting the vehicle upgrade console blueprints was for some reason corrupted, so yeah, I don't have them.
Biodiversity in this region is unusually low. Cause unknown.
I found a new plant called spiked horngrass within the Sparse Reef. The Sparse Reef also had a scanner fragment, a scanner room fragment, and that's going to be a scanner room's going to be pretty useful.
Passing 100 meters. Oxygen efficiency decreased.
After my trip to the Sparse Reef, I learned that if I get out of my Seamoth too fast, the Seamoth will pretty much run me over and deal pretty high damage to me. Right here, it did almost half of my health. I also happened to encounter the fastest hoverfish alive, as you could just see there. I also figured out that to replenish the power in my Seamoth, I need to replace its power cell every once in a while. So I figured out how to do that. Even though it seems like I didn't do too much in this episode, I actually did a whole lot of stuff. The blueprint hunting that I did today is going to help me, it's going to help me so much in the future. Most of this stuff, most of the blueprints that I got today are going to help me with, are going to help me after I build a habitat. So for example, the moon pool is going to allow me to park my Seamoth at my habitat, and then it's just automatically going to charge my Seamoth, so I don't have to constantly replace it with power cells. The vehicle upgrade console is going to allow me to upgrade my Seamoth, and I'll be able to make it stronger, I'll be able to make it go deeper, so stuff such as that, which will be nice. The modification station will allow me to upgrade stuff such as my fins, my oxygen tank, and my survival knife. The battery charger will allow me to charge my batteries, obviously. The power cell charger will allow me to charge power cells, but that might be kind of less useful with the moon pool. Next episode, I'm going to build myself a habitat, and I'm going to build a lot of these things that I got this episode, all these blueprints that I got this episode. So overall, I think this was actually a pretty productive episode, and yeah, stay tuned for the next one. Bye.